channels, but what I always try to do on this channel is get it somewhere else, out of the crowds, so that we can actually have like one-on-one time with this car. So thank you very much to Bugatti for organising that. Right, let me show you around a little bit. Let's start at the front. Why is it called the Bugatti Tourbillon? First of all, tourbillon is something you usually hear with watches, right? So it's a very complex mechanical component in watches that actually helps keep time because it negates gravity. It's a whole thing. Why did they call this the tourbillon? Well, one of the things is that they have done a full digital detox inside. Everything is analog. This is built from the ground up. There is not one component on this car that is borrowed from the Chiron. It is all brand new. And for the first time in 20 years, they have not put their usual W16 engine in the back. This one right here is a V16 and it's naturally aspirated. So the usual W16 had turbos. This one is fully naturally aspirated, but the difference with this is that is hybrid, so it also has 2 electric motors. This one right here has in total 1,800 horsepower, which is 200 more horsepower than the Chiron. You've got your classic Bugatti features, right, like the horseshoe here at the front. Okay. What I also love about this front design is the headlights. You see them here, right? They're quite tucked away, but then you've got this whole panel that comes out and wraps around the headlights. This is actually for airflow, so it goes all the way under here and out. But I just love how it's kind of like, it means the headlights are floating. Now, the other thing is this line right here. You see this center line? It starts at the front. It continues with the one windscreen wiper through the center, over the top of the body and down the back. Now that is reminiscent of the Type 57 SC Atlantic Bugatti from the 30s, one of the most iconic Bugattis in the world. And why did it have a line? Because back then, what they did, they bolted the 2 sides of the body together. So you had this line of like bolts all the way down, and so they've kind of done this line just to represent that kind of history at Bugatti. Now the other place you've seen that is on the La Voiture Noire, and that sold for about 18-20 million dollars. Only 250 very lucky people in the world will get their hands on this car. That's all they're making. At a minimum price of $4 million, that's where it starts. Bugatti has decided to go against every single trend. We all see this trend towards more digital, right? Bigger screens, more animation. We see the trend of smaller engines that's supported with turbos and that's supported with electric motors, actually cars that are all electric. This car right here has gone back to analog days. Everything is analog, everything is about the mechanics, and also a much bigger engine, a naturally aspirated V16. And what is also interesting about that is, you know, Bugatti has been quite well known for that kind of like turbo hiss. You know, when you're sitting inside and you just hear the quite a well-known Bugatti sound. You're not going to get that with this car. This is all naturally aspirated. You're going to get like the raw thunder from the engine, and then because of the electric motors that it does have, you're going to get a little bit more power and a little bit more. Lamborghini just came out with a Temerario. They've always had a naturally aspirated V10. Now it's a V8 and they've added turbos. So as you can see, the trend is going in that direction, not in this direction, and that's why I think they have hit the nail on the head. I think this is going to fly off the shelves. This is kind of what the consumer wants now. In the high-end league, we have so many choices of the fully electric hypercar. We do not have so many choices of a naturally aspirated V16. Insane. Right, besides, we also have the very iconic C feature on the side. Always a little bit different in each car they come out with. You have 20-inch in the front wheels and 21 in the back. Now they also have an updated wheel design, rim design. This is like star-shaped. which I didn't actually notice. It kind of looks like I've seen this before, so I don't think it's updated too much. Let me know your thoughts on the rim update. I love just how mean and, I don't want to say bulky, but mean and like, ugh. Nothing like my arms. Big and nice rear end. I like it. Now, round the back.